Imagine a high-pressure situation navigating heavy, fast-moving traffic, performing a complex task under a strict deadline, or mastering a piece of new difficult agreement. What if the key to sharper performance in all of these areas wasn't another class or another coffee, but simply your gaming console? For decades, we have been told that time spent gaming is a time wasted, a distraction that dulls the mind. I'm here to challenge that. I challenge that long-held belief with hard, compelling science. Based on extensive research in cognitive psychology, I assert as fact. The moderate play of certain action video games significantly improves an adult's core visual motor processing and complex decision making. This isn't decision making speed. This isn't just about getting better at the game. Oh, it's about making your brain faster and more efficient. To demonstrate the truth of this proposition, we will explore three distinct categories of evidence. First, how games enhance our visual selective attention. Second, how they boost our processing speed and reaction time. And finally, how they train us for complex decision making. My first argument is that gaming directly trains and enhances your visual selective attention. What is a selective attention? It is your brain ability to focus on critical information while actively filtering out irrelevant noises or distractions. It's the skill required to be a good driver, a precise surgeon, or a secure air traffic controller. And action video games such as first-person shooters or fast-paced real-time strategy games are perfect training simulators for these skills. Studies comparing habitual action gamers to non-gamers show a measurable difference. Gamers can track and process significantly more simultaneous moving objects on a screen. This isn't just a slight edge. This is a radical difference in the brain's processing capacity. When a video game throws 10 targets at you, requiring to prioritize 3 while ignoring the other 7, your brain is increasing its attentional resources and learning to filter out the visual field more efficiently. This means that in the chaotic real-world environment, whether it's monitoring multiple screens or scanning a crowded street, the gamer's brain is simply more effective at quickly locating and processing information. My second argument focuses on measurable benefits on boosting processing speed and reaction time. Video games by their very nature enforce a constant rapid cycle of sensory information, leading to motor response. The classic stimulus response loop. The moment you see a threat on screen, you must execute a move. This is highly repetitive training forces the pathways between your eyes, brain, and hands to operate with minimal delay, effectively minimize neurological lag. When tested in a laboratory setting on tasks that have nothing to do with gaming, long-term action gamers show significantly faster reaction times in both simple and complex choice scenarios. This translates to real-world performance where a fraction of a second can be critical. It means a faster reaction when your car brakes suddenly in front of you, or quicker response when a surgical monitor flashes a warning. It is a verifiable improvement in most basic. Now I must address that central critique that often arises, that these benefits are not transferable. The argument goes that you just get better at the game you play, not at the skills needed for life. This is a reasonable objection, but scientific evidence consistently shows the contrary. Yes, some skills are game specific, but the fundamental improvement in visual attention and processing speed is generalized. We see this transfer effect on vocational studies. Research has found that surgeons who regularly play video games, for example, tend to perform certain procedures faster with fewer errors than their non-gaming colleagues. Similarly, the same skills that allow gamers to simultaneously track targets and react quickly are being applied to fields like drone piloting, where gamers often outperform pilots with traditional training alone. Therefore, the evidence clearly shows that brain's fundamental processing pathways are trained by gaming and more applicable across diverse, high-stake tasks. Finally, video games train us in the complex skills known as execute, control, or simultaneous decision-making. This is the highest level of cognitive performance. The ability to manage multiple complex goals, prioritize to limit resources, and adapt strategy on the fly. In strategy games, you are constantly balancing resources, defending multiple fronts, and managing troops movement. In action games, you are managing inventory, coordinate team movements, predicting enemy behavior, and managing personal health all simultaneously. This forced practice in high cognitive load environments increase our ability to handle complexity in real world. These are the skills needed for high-level management. Tactical planning and crisis response. The video game environment is essential at low risk, high reward lab for enhancing your cognitive capacity for executive control. In conclusion, we have established that video games are not just a pastime; they're a demonstrable tool that enhances your brain hardware. We've seen how they sharpen your visual selective attention, boost your processing speed and reaction time, and strengthen your capacity of complex, simultaneous decision making. Based on decades of measurable cognitive science, we can confidently assert that the moderate, thoughtful play of video games does in fact provide a measurable and beneficial cognitive edge to the adult mind. The next time you're looking for a mental workout, don't hesitate. Pick up a controller. Your brain will thank you for the workout. And the next time life demands a split-second decision, you'll be ready.